Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1083, and today's topic is the neuroparenting of teenagers above the age of 13 and how to build discipline and self-confidence. Is really this lecture is interesting, challenging to me and to parents who are having teenagers, because once we say teenage means after the age of 12, it starts from the age of 13 years onward, and this age I can say is a very critical, in the sense that there is exponential growth of lot of things in the body. And when I am talking of neuroparenting means there is exponential growth. It starts in that is pre-frontal cortex here, and then limbic system this year. Pre-cortex brain means where the child will start thinking and decision making, creativity, and a lot of action will be taken by child, because now there is multiplication of neuron cells are very fast at the age of 13 and above. That is prefrontal cortex will be growing very fast. Before, when the child was in the age group of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at that time the multiplication of the prefrontal cortex neuron cells and their connectivity was not so fast. But after the age of 12, when he starts 13, this region of our brain, I have already told you it is two regions. One, that is prefrontal cortex, which is responsible of thinking, reasoning and decision making. The second part of the brain, that is responsible of your emotional behavior, affection, love, emotion, all those things. That is called limbic system, backside, here and here front. And once it starts very fast, then it is very difficult for parents to do the parenting and to understand such type of development. And that is the age starting from 13. It starts in female child, that is called adolescent age, from 13, but in male child it starts more aggressive, exponential growth from the age of 14. So that is the age where the parents should understand that. I call it neuroparenting of teenage. For example, I am just giving the example. That is the time where your child, when he is in teenage, is having different doors are open. I call them doors. Because before, when he was a very young baby, only one house was there. First pregnancy means that is mother. Second is that is your, the parents' house, indoor. Only one door was there. And now he started going to school. One door is open, that is school. Second door is open, that is friendship. Third door is open, that is emerging new technology. So he is having three doors. First door, that is schooling. Second door, that is friends. Third door, that is emerging new technology. And now your teenage child is interacting, is coming and going out of these three doors. Schooling, in school, he is going and interacting with his classmates. He is coming with lot of experience, emotional as well as reasoning and thinking. Then second door, where he likes and he loves, because he has some matching behavior where it is his personal choice and selection to have friendship with somebody. Sometimes he might be very much attracted to opposite sex also. That is the time where they love each other. That we have to take care. That is, friendship circle. So here the parents, they have to guide, they have to watch. And here let me make it very clear. When children are in teenage group, try to understand them, try to communicate with them, try to connect with them. Discipline, especially in Asian and African countries, even in Indonesia, Maiduguri, there is disciplinary committee. So disciplinary committee here means, is my personal view, don't take it in other way, because I am not involved in decision making about that. So disciplinary committee means here punishment. No. It's my personal view. I don't believe in punishment to teenage children and even to university or secondary school children. That just punishment, discipline means punishment. Punishment means physical torture, bulala, caning, slapping, physically humiliating. Child will be demoralized. His self-esteem, his self-respect will be damaged and diluted. Here, I am sharing my experience that it's better to act as a guide. Parents should be guide to make the children disciplined, not the punishment. First thing. Now, if suppose your child is becoming very much emotional and aggressive in teenage because of lot of secretion of hormone, enzyme, and physiology, lot of organ changes are there, testosterone, progesterone, male, female, sex hormones are secreted in good quantity, lot of anatomy and physiology, biochemistry is drastically changing in that age group. So the even child is also confused by emotion, by thinking. And that is the time where parents' proper assessment should be there. And that proper assessment is only by demonstrating love, affection, caring attitude, and coordinating with them. Sometimes to compromise also. Parents should not be like a dictator, like an autocrat. No. Sit, discuss, agree, disagree, coordinate. I am giving some example. For example, some children of teenage, they may not give the value to parents. That is called family values, family responsibility, small responsibility. For example, if you are asking your teenage that you should clean your socks, your underwears, your clothes, they are dirty, and he may not follow. Or sometimes if you are giving some small responsibility that please go and collect milk or go and purchase some small thing nearby house, from some store or from some mohalla. In Indian language we call mohalla, from that area. Or sometimes you take care of your juniors, drop him or her to school, or go and carry from the school, he may not follow. So in that circumstances, you should not, because it is not the act of discipline. Your child is involved in indiscipline because he is not giving respect to the parents, their decision, and their family values. So in that circumstances, you are not going to punish him. No. You have to tell by warning that you are having lot of privileges by me. The first privilege is, that is, you are visiting to your friend. I am allowing for 2 hours, 1 hour. I am going to cut down. I will not allow to visit your friends because you are not taking any responsibility of doing this small work for yourself, for your youngers, or for your parents. Secondly, I am going to withdraw your all electronic gadget like your telephone, smartphone, iPhone, whatever it is. And you will not get the privilege of using such emerging new technologies if you are not disciplined. These are all, you have to put condition and warning, not punishment. And here, let me make it very clear when I am giving you this door of school. In school when he is going, still you have to watch his activities, his association with different type of boys and girls, male and female, and how he is going. And the second one, that is door of friends, what type of friendship he is maintaining outside house, whether they are involved in sports or they are involved in some activities, because this teen age, once their pre-frontal cortex connectivity of the neuron cells are very fast growing, he will be eager to learn new skill. They will be going for new activities, and that new activities, it can be positive, it can be negative. Negative means they may go and try some new thing, new drug nowadays, which is very common. Many teenagers, they are becoming the victim of drug addiction, cocaine, heroin, marijuana. So that is negative type of creativity. And they are creative, they will be creative. They will try to go for some new challenges, new activities, for new skill. So that thing, whether it is negative or positive, it is your parents' observation, analysis should be there. In what type of social movement he is having, whether he is going to some bar, whether he is visiting to some places where some bad elements, bad boys are there, who are involved in drinking alcohol, smoking hemp or tobacco. All these are all social evil of teen age. And one thing, punishment to teenage, and when his self-respect and self-esteem is injured, nowadays they take drastic decision. They commit suicide. Lot of teenage suicide, lot of teenage violence. Either they will commit suicide or they will become violent. They will become enemy to their parents and grandparents even. Lot of cases are reported that they went up to the level of serious violence, injuring parents, grandparents, even killing. They were so much humiliated because of punishment. So you have to be very careful after seeing all these things. And the other one is, that is emerging new technology, is another type of addiction to children. So nowadays, especially, I am talking of middle class families where the children room is separate. So once the room is separate, time to time you have to visit. That what type of course, most of them, they have the electronic gadget. It's very common. It is just like sleeper. Every teenage is having, not every I can say, but most of the teenage in middle class, they have a smartphone, they have iPhone. They have connectivity to social media, internet, chat GPT. So many applications and platforms are available for them. So what type of platform they are using, whether it is education, whether it is scientific, whether it is entertainment, or whether it is some crime or some violent game. Lot of, games are there where children are addicted, and for that you have to monitor, you have to check time to time the children's activities indoor when they are with their electronic gadget in the room. Also, you have to check the interior of the room, what type of photos, wallpaper they are putting on the wall, whether it is half naked film photos of a hero, heroine, or actor, actresses, or athlete, sportsman, or mountain or forest scenery. If it is some bad type of photos, wallpapers are there, you just ask them to remove it, because it is not considered good, and that is when they are in teenage. So these are all very, very important factors of teenage neuroparenting. That is very important to understand, that it is the time, it is the age where every growth inside body, including the emotional growth, thinking growth, all prefrontal cortex growth, that is thinking, reasoning, and emotion. But at the same time, if you remember, I had delivered some 4 or 5 lectures on neuroparenting. Children up to the age of 7, 8, 9, mostly their emotional, that is limbic system is advanced, but their prefrontal cortex, multiplication of neuron cells and connectivity are not advanced. So even in teen age, still it is not advanced, it is not mature. So once the children are taking any decision, it will not be correct. Sometimes they will commit mistake. And once they are committing mistake, please don't punish. Come and be with them and just give the room and chance for children to correct their mistakes. Because in most of the cases, when children are committing mistakes, because they are doing lot of new activities, so there is probability and chance of committing lot of mistakes. So that mistakes, it is your supervision to correct, and always give the impression of parenting that we love you, we appreciate you, and whenever they are getting good marks in exam, or as a sportsman they are doing very well, you should appreciate, you should hug, you should show the love and affection, and you should give reward of their hard work, of their achievement. These are all very, very important, and that's why I am saying 2 things: communication, very good communication, coordination, and at the same time taking care, and connectivity. It should be very open with teenage. Nothing should be hiding, but it doesn't mean there is certain limit. And that family limit, children will know from childhood that my father, mother's disciplinary limit line is this. They will not cross that line. And especially when we are sitting in our parlor or drawing room, our lot of friends are coming who are in the age group of 40, 50, all those, and if we are sitting, we should not allow children to sit there and become the part of our very senior people's joke and discussion, because in front of children, if you are passing cheap comment or joke, your impression as a parent will be diluted. They will not take you seriously. So in front of your children, don't use any abusive language, any bad behavior, and you should know very well that from the age of 3, 4, even up to school going, university going, children, they imitate every behavior, action, indoor, outdoor of their father and mother. They are not interested in the parents' philosophy. They are only watching if your behavior is bad, violent behavior, sadist nature, always in tension, stress, strain, scolding and punishing. Your inside house environment is not loving and caring. It is violent behavior. Correct it. Correct it. Correction means, please, your status inside house for your teenage children is not to punish physically, scold, humiliate, attack to their self-respect, self-esteem. No, it is your work is as a guide. So this is what my observation as a neuroparenting for teenage children. So whatever I have discussed about the parenting of teenage, that is neuroparenting, I have given the abstract or summary that is in 5 points, and the same thing what I discussed, so it is written, so that those who are interested, they can copy down. And number 1 is, that is discipline of teenage is not about punishment. I have already told you all these things. Again, I will just repeat it. It is about guiding teenage towards proper behavior. That is called family behavior. Discipline means certain limit of total freedom. Actually, there is no limit of freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom to move anywhere, freedom to go anywhere, freedom to interact with anybody. No, there is certain limit, check and balance. Discipline means certain limit of total freedom. It is the duty of parents to help child to be within limit. This is the, as a guide, the duty of the teenage parents to take care of such type of freedom, and there should be limit. And number 2, teenage brain goes through massive growth. I have given very clear explanation of pre-frontal cortex growth, very fast growth, and limbic system cell, that is emotional neuron cells, and thinking, reasoning neuron cells, lot of connectivity, maybe 10,000, 20,000 every second, every minute connectivity and multiplication of neurons are there. So it's a very exponential growth. So the teenage brain goes through massive growth of prefrontal cortex and limbic system, and it helps in total development into adolescence. And with that, they will enter into the age of adolescence, very dangerous age. Everything is emotional, with high energy, high expectation, high esteem, lot of things. As a result, teenagers will try new things. So because of that, teenagers, they try lot of new things to develop new relation, to develop new type of love, to check different type of female of their liking, choice. Lot of things are there. To try alcohol, to try smoking, to try drug, to try driving, a lot, because they are in high energy state and very fast growth of hormone and enzyme. All biochemistry, physiology is changing very fast. So that's why their behavior is also changing very fast. New things, new activities, new skills, and making lot of mistakes. Once you are involved in lot of new skills and new activities, it is very clear there is probability of making lot of mistakes. So there, now parents, they have to be patient, and they should not punish. Rather than they should just try to make them to understand that they should learn from their mistakes, because still they are not capable of taking good mature decision. Still their prefrontal cortex is not fully developed. It goes up to the age of 24. Still 10 years are there to develop. That's why their decision will not be good and mature. And still their decisions are influenced by emotions. Mostly teenagers, what decision they are making is still very much emotional, not with much reasoning and thinking. So that's why don't give green signal or full support to any teenage decision, because it will be more emotional, not by reasoning and thinking. And it is very complex for parents to understand the emotions of teenage. It's very complex. You have to monitor, you have to understand, you have to be educated. The parents should be also educated. Their reasoning and thinking should be there to match the teenage emotions. Number 3, negotiation is also another method to deal with teenage children. With teenage can help to avoid family problems. Negotiation is very important, and sometimes you have to compromise. You have to coordinate with your teenage. For example, if he is falling in love because of emotion to one teenage girl, and after some time he is saying that he wants to marry, and that girl, especially in India, even in Nigeria also, the tribal, someone is Hausa, someone is Igbo, it's not possible. In India, Hindu and Muslim, or maybe low caste, high caste, it's not possible. But if they are, because of emotion, in that age, if they are falling in love, so directly you cannot refuse. Sometimes, if it is very much aggressive and violent condition, compromise, rather than taking drastic step. And it is very complex. Number 3, negotiation with teenage can help to avoid family problems. It will create impression that you respect his emotion and ideas, and above, parents should learn to compromise. Compromise emotions and ideas and on decision making of teenage. So parents should be ready to compromise on the decision making of teenage to avoid any type of violent condition. And teenage violence, there is no limit with their energy, with their emotion, with their thinking. So control is very important. And number 4, face consequences and withdrawal of privileges. I have already told you that if they are not ready to share the responsibilities, small, I have already discussed, then let them face the withdrawal of privileges, not punishment. I totally reject from first moment up to the last the punishment of teenage or any child. Only you are as a guide. They are from you, they are not you. They are from us, they are not us. We are now inward thinkers. They have outward thinking of digital age. ChatGPT use. So their thinking, their emotion, their values are quite different. They are from us, but they are not us. So with this I will stop. My good wishes to all the teenage parents, and this segment of parenting is very, very challenging and it requires a lot of patience. My good wishes once again. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.